Earlier this year, AI companies wiped more than $60 billion off the market value of Indian IT stocks. But this week, Anthropic announced a major global strategic partnership with TCS. Months earlier, it had partnered with Infosys. Cognizant has also embraced Anthropic's technology across its workforce. Instead of replacing India's IT giants, AI companies are partnering with them, which raises a bigger question. Have we completely misunderstood how AI will transform India's IT industry? India's $315 billion IT services industry is one of the country's greatest economic success stories. Companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and HCL Tech built global empires by helping enterprises maintain and modernize their technology systems. The model was remarkably simple. More projects meant more engineers, and more engineers meant more revenue. The industry scaled linearly through manpower. Then AI arrived. The math seemed obvious. If a single engineer with AI could do the work of 5 people, what happens to massive delivery teams? The threat became real as AI agents evolved from basic chatbots into tools capable of writing code, debugging software, and replacing junior developers. But the Anthropic partnerships revealed something critical about the next phase of the AI race. This week, TCS announced its global premier partnership with Anthropic to train 50,000 employees on Claude and establish a dedicated AI business unit. Months earlier, Infosys integrated Claude into its Topaz platform. Now you see, this is a clear pattern. Anthropic isn't trying to bypass the IT services industry, but working through it. Because building an AI model and deploying an AI model are two completely different businesses. The public conversation is dominated by model builders, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google. Most attention goes towards benchmarks and reasoning features. The assumption is that if you build the best model, market dominance follows. But enterprise adoption doesn't work that way. Imagine a large global bank integrating AI. The challenge isn't just choosing a model. The bank needs to determine where AI can be used, how it connects to existing systems, how customer data is protected, how regulators will respond, and how the technology is monitored live. This is especially true for heavily regulated sectors like financial services, healthcare, telecom, and aviation. In these industries, an AI hallucination isn't a minor product glitch. It's a regulatory nightmare or a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. AI startups understood models, but they don't understand complex enterprise compliance, legacy systems, or audit trails. It's a massive transformation project. And transformation projects happen to be exactly what Indian IT companies have been doing for decades. Companies like TCS and Infosys have deep, decades-long relationships with the world's largest enterprises. They know how to migrate messy infrastructure, manage compliance, and execute large-scale technology programs. Anthropic has the AI, but it doesn't have hundreds of thousands of consultants embedded inside Fortune 500 companies around the world. Indian IT companies do. Anthropic is selling software to TCS and Infosys and gaining access to one of the largest enterprise deployment networks on earth. OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google cannot personally oversee the AI transformation of every bank, telecom company, and government agency worldwide. They need implementation partners, consultants, and system integrators. They need a deployment layer. And India built the largest deployment layer in the world. This is exactly why Anthropic co-founder Dario Amodei recently highlighted India as their second largest market globally. They know where the deployment engine sits. Real-world enterprise adoption requires customization, governance integration, and change management. It requires services, and that's where Indian IT enters the picture. But these partnerships don't eliminate the underlying challenge. AI is still fundamentally changing the economics of software development. The strongest signals of this shift are coming from the industry itself. TCS chairman N. Chandrasekaran recently suggested that one day the company could have as many AI agents as employees. TCS employs more than 6 lakh people globally. Across the Indian IT sector, there are over 5 million engineers. If the largest employers on earth are preparing to deploy digital workforces that match their physical ones, that old formula is dead. Future growth will decouple revenue from pure human hours. Instead of adding thousands of people to scale, companies will increasingly rely on AI systems to augment existing teams. We're already seeing early signs of this transition. Infosys has revealed it has more than 4,600 active AI projects underway and has developed over 500 live AI agents across its ecosystem. This structural shift is backed by serious business, with Infosys pulling in a massive $14.9 billion in large deal wins this fiscal year. Across the board, companies are racing to train employees, build AI practices, and create agentic workflows. What's emerging is not a story about replacement. It's a story about evolution. The original fear was that enterprises would buy AI models directly from Silicon Valley and no longer need large technology partners. Reality is far more complicated. Enterprises still need trusted partners to guide transformation efforts and integrate technology into real-world organizations. That is precisely where Indian IT excels. We may have been asking the wrong question for the past 2 years. The discussion shouldn't be about whether AI will replace India's IT industry. The more important question is whether India's IT industry becomes the mechanism through which AI is deployed across the global economy. Back in the late 1990s, the corporate world faced the terrifying prospect of the Y2K bug, a crisis that threatened to crash global banking and critical infrastructure. It was Indian engineers who stepped up, modernized the world's legacy code, and kept global enterprises running. Now that moment solidified India on the global technology map. So the AI revolution isn't the death of Indian IT. It is their next Y2K moment. If AI is going to transform the global economy, somebody still has to make that transformation happen. And increasingly, it looks like the world's leading AI companies believe India's IT giants will play a central role. If you found this episode insightful, make sure to subscribe to Tech Brew with Vandana Nair. And I'll see you in the next one.